"You're so mature for your age." They said it like it was a compliment. It wasn't. It was a warning sign nobody caught. You never really got to be a kid, because somewhere along the way, you picked up your parents' dreams like they were your own responsibility. Their stress became your stress. Their fights became your problem to fix. Their happiness became your job. And you didn't even realize it was happening. You just thought, this is what a good child does. But here's what nobody told you. That's not love. That's a weight no child was ever supposed to carry. Psychologists call this parentification. It happens when a child is forced, not by choice but by circumstance, to take on the emotional or practical responsibilities of an adult. There are two types. The first one is visible. You cooked, you cleaned, you took care of younger siblings, you managed the house while your parents worked or fought or fell apart. The second one is invisible, and this one leaves deeper scars. This is when you became your parents' emotional support system. When your mother told you things a mother should never tell a child. When your father's mood decided what kind of day your entire family was going to have. And you were the one trying to fix it. You learned to read emotions before you learned to read books. You became an expert at making yourself smaller, quieter, so that peace could exist in the house. And everyone around you said, "What a mature child." But maturity wasn't a compliment. It was a survival skill. So how do you know if this happened to you? The signs are not always obvious. You felt anxious when your parents were upset, even if it had nothing to do with you. You apologized constantly for things that weren't your fault, for simply existing. You became the peacemaker, the one who fixed every argument, the one who made sure everyone else was okay, even when you weren't. You hid your own pain, because showing it felt like a burden, because someone always had it worse, because you were supposed to be strong. You grew up feeling like love was conditional, like you had to earn it, like if you stopped performing, stopped being useful, it would disappear. You never learned how to receive, only how to give. And the loneliest part? Nobody noticed, because you were so good at holding everything together. Nobody ever thought to ask if you were okay. They just assumed you were fine, because you always were, or at least, that's what you made them believe. And then you grew up, but something didn't grow with you. You became the person who can't ask for help. Because asking for help was never an option when you were young. You were the help. You became the person who feels guilty for resting. Because rest always felt selfish. There was always something that needed to be done. You became the person who attracts broken people. Because fixing people, that's the only kind of love you ever learned. You over-explain yourself. You apologize for things that aren't your fault. You feel responsible for other people's emotions, even when it has nothing to do with you. And the worst part? You became really, really good at pretending you're fine. Because that's what you always did. Smile. Hold it together. Be strong. Nobody taught you how to fall apart, because you were never allowed to. Here is something nobody tells you. The brain of a parentified child actually rewires itself. Neuroscientists call it hypervigilance. Your nervous system was so focused on reading danger, on watching faces, on sensing mood shifts, that it never learned how to relax. Even today, in a safe room with safe people, your body is still scanning for threats. That low hum of anxiety you feel for no reason, that's not weakness, that's your childhood, still running in the background, like a program that was never shut down. But here's what I want you to understand. You were not responsible for your parents' happiness. You were a child, and no child should ever have to earn their place in their own home. The version of you that learned to be strong, that version saved you. But that same version is now keeping you stuck, because you're still waiting for someone to tell you it's okay to rest. It's okay to need things. It's okay to be human. Nobody is coming to say that. So I'll say it. You did enough. You were enough. You are enough. The childhood you didn't get, you can grieve it. That's not weakness. That's the most honest thing you'll ever do for yourself. And maybe, just maybe, the most important thing you can do right now is stop parenting everyone around you. And finally, for the first time, just be. You've earned it.